Contrary to what you may choose to believe about UFOs, the fact is something is visiting this planet that we as humans cannot explain.
We saw a craft. It was silent. It was hovering.
For the past 5 years, society has been put through the ringer, fed lies and deception on every level. The very idea that any truth could be told at this time seems almost unheard of. Unless you live under a rock, you are already aware that the next big event will be an alien invasion. Well, guess what, folks? Your alien invasion is here.
What is this shit?
Bombshell claim about UFOs. A former U.S. intelligence official and Air Force veteran claims a top secret program is withholding evidence of alien spacecrafts.
Well, the truth is out there. We've heard that before. And a military whistleblower is alleging a top secret program is withholding alien spacecraft from the government.
According to the whistleblower, not only are we in possession of alien aircraft, but we are also in direct contact with alien beings.
Trillions of miles. I mean, from the end of time, there's no way it's going to ever exist but us. We're going to handle all this space by ourselves. You believe that?
No, I don't believe
so
that.
10 million miles of space, there's nobody. 1 billion miles of space, there's nobody but us.
I think there's definitely some shit visiting us.
In a stunning, out-of-this-world claim, a former U.S. intelligence official and Air Force veteran claims the government is covering up the truth about aliens.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
David Grush handed over extensive classified information to Congress and the Intelligence Community Inspector General, saying it exposes top-secret programs that have retrieved and studied debris from alien spacecraft, which he says have been intentionally withheld from lawmakers and the American public.
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft that have either landed or crashed.
Yesterday, a former Air Force officer who worked for years in military intelligence came forward as a whistleblower to reveal that the U.S. government has physical evidence of crashed non-human-made aircraft, as well as the bodies of the pilots who flew those aircraft. The Pentagon has spent decades studying these otherworldly remains in order to build more technologically advanced weapons systems. Okay, that's what the former intel officer revealed, and it was clear he was telling the truth.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the U.S. defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No.
In other words, UFOs are actually real, and apparently so is extraterrestrial life. We know. In a normal country, this news would qualify as a bombshell, the story of the millennium. But in our country, it doesn't. The whistleblower's account ran on a technology website called The Debrief, which you've probably never heard of. The Washington Post had that story, but decided not to run it.
I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me they were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Grush claims the U.S. government has recovered non-human craft for decades and has since filed what is called the whistleblower complaint. Grush also says he has already given a copy of the classified information to Congress and to the Intelligence Community Inspector General Thomas A. Monheim.
If you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
The New York Times, meanwhile, just pretended it never happened. On the front page of the New York Times website this morning, there were 5 stories about Ukraine, as well as 4 stories apiece about Donald Trump, trans people, and climate change, the usual lineup. There was nothing at all about how an alien species is flying hypersonic aircraft over our cities. Not one word.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
Well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
So I've got to be blunt about this. Yeah. You're not making this up. This is not a lie.
No, absolutely not.
Because everybody watching this right now is looking at your face. They're going, is this guy for real?
I am for real. And I'm sitting here at great personal risk and obvious professional risk by talking to you today.
So if you're wondering why our country seems so dysfunctional, this is a big part of the reason. Nobody knows what's happening. A small group of people control access to all relevant information, and the rest of us don't know. We're allowed to yap all we want about racism, but go ahead and talk about something that really matters and see what happens.
After a few moments, I perceived a line of gentlemen with rifles, but could not see the target.
If you keep it up, they'll make you be quiet. Trust us.
I thought you were going to do some kind of Godfather murder on me.
Oh, Brian, I don't watch mafia movies, but I did see Fargo.
Huh?
And we do want to start with this breaking news happening right now. New reaction out of Capitol Hill from a News Nation exclusive story on a Pentagon whistleblower alleging the government has a secret UFO retrieval program and has hidden it from the public. Well, News Nation's Joe Khalil just caught up with Republican Oversight Chairman James Comer on the explosive allegations.
There will be oversight of that. I've heard about it. I don't know anything about it. But Representative Burchett and Representative Luna on the Oversight Committee are very interested in this issue, and they're taking the lead in this issue.
So there is going to be oversight on this?
We plan on having a hearing.
Do we have species of
Well, naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
So Roswell was true then, that there are crashed alien spacecraft and alien cadavers. And I suppose, look, I've said this to you many times, and let me know in the chat and the comments if this is your general perspective. The whole category of classified information, of top secret information, includes Information that, if it was shared, would put America, for example, under threat from its terrestrial enemies. And then information that's so explosive, disruptive, and exciting that, if it was commonly understood, it would change the world. So the claim that there are extraterrestrial cadavers, for me, is entirely plausible.
Could this whistleblower be telling the truth? Have we all been right from the very beginning? Or is this just another false flag set up to instill fear among the people? Let us know what you have to say. False flag. Or have the demons become restless and no longer choose to be kept in the dark?
This has been The Confidential Report. For even more stories like this one, make sure to subscribe to our channel today. And please show your support by clicking the like button on this video. For even more stories and news you deserve to know the truth about, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for watching The Confidential Report.